Next, we're going to be looking at the potential to add value to a property. Now, there's 7 key foundations and fundamentals that we are looking at with sourcing or looking for the right opportunities when it comes to properties. And potential to add value is one of them. But although it would be great to have every single one of these fundamentals on any property you're looking at, potential to add value is one that I'd certainly say is open for interpretation in terms of whether it's going to be right for you as an investor. We get many inquiries from investors that want to buy buy-to-let properties, but don't want to get hands-on or don't want to do any kind of refurbishments, and that's absolutely understandable. Refurbishments can be an unknown. You've got budgets certainly that can kind of control it slightly, but ultimately, until you start that refurbishment, especially if it's a refurbishment of a particular size, there's plenty of unknowns. You don't know if that's going to go radically over budget, if there's going to be issues in the property, or if there's going to be higher costs associated with that refurbishment as you start that kind of process moving forward. And also many people get kind of frustrated about the time it takes to potentially do refurbishments or trying to find the right team to do refurbishments. So I absolutely get that refurbishments is not for everybody. And me personally, when we're looking at properties now, we still consider properties that are great condition, no work required, if the rest of the fundamentals are there. If it's still got a really strong tenant profile, good potential for growth in a good area and a good price that we can purchase it for and a nice rental yield, absolutely we would consider it. Why not? The main reason that most people look at potential to add value or refurbishments is because they can increase their potential asset value, and they can also give them additional options in the future of maybe resale quickly if they wanted to, but taking some money out of the property still as a profit, or potentially refinancing in the next 6 months, 12 months, 2 years, and having added value with that refurbishment. So there's absolutely benefits to refurbishments, and we do refurbishments on our properties currently at the moment. But one of the things I'd say to also consider is in terms of opportunity cost and time it takes to do that refurbishment. So one of our latest properties, for example, is about 1.5 years to go through the whole process of sourcing it, getting the planning granted and added to the property, purchasing the leasehold, then acquiring the freehold, then doing a full-scale refurbishment on it, and then getting it tenanted, which is a long time for any kind of project. And it was a large property, hence the reason why it took kind of so long. But there's an absolute opportunity cost with that. It took us 1.5 years to go through that whole process, and a lot of time and effort and resources. And that time and effort and resources could have spent on more simplistic properties, just simply buying good condition, renting them out, generating a rental income, and moving on to the next step. So this is, as I mentioned at the beginning, open to interpretation. It's completely variable depending on where you're at in your property plans. If you want to get hands-on with refurbishments, or if you have a great partner that you can partner with that can manage the refurbishments, and you want to buy them, refurbish them, add value, and then maybe refinance in the future or possibly sell that property, then that's going to be critical to that type of process. You need to buy a property where you can add decent value to it to manage that quick refurbishment or quick refinance, or quick resale if you're looking to flip the properties. But if your intention is longer term buy and hold, then I'd say to consider what that opportunity cost looks like. If you're considering maybe 2 potential properties and one is ready to go and you're able to generate a rental income straight away and you don't have the opportunity cost and the time associated with a refurbishment, I would still consider that and compare it as an alternate to maybe a refurbishment opportunity if you're considering a refurbishment opportunity at the same time. So I hope that helps give some maybe context as to the potential when it comes to refurbishment opportunities and maybe what to kind of consider. But if you can and you're able to add it as a kind of key cornerstone to your foundational considerations for properties, you can add a lot of value refurbishments, and that's certainly worthwhile looking at. I hope that helps.